I don't talk about that night often. Even now, when I try to put it into words, my stomach tightens the same way it did back then. A slow, cold knot forming somewhere under my ribs. But maybe telling it will finally take the weight off. It happened last November. I had stayed late at work. Too late. And by the time I stepped outside, the streetlights were already reflecting on wet pavement. My phone had died earlier that evening, and I remember feeling annoyed by it for the first few minutes, until I realized how much I would have given later just to make a single call. The walk home was familiar. A quiet neighborhood, small streets, nothing threatening. I'd done it hundreds of times. But that night, around the old bookstore, I heard footsteps behind me. Not unusual in itself, except they matched mine perfectly. If I slowed down, the sound softened. If I sped up, it did too. At first, I convinced myself I was imagining it. Stress, exhaustion, whatever. I even stopped to adjust my bag, pretending to look inside. The footsteps stopped too. A sharp, instinctive alarm went through me. Not fear, something more primal, like my whole body whispering, "Don't turn around." I kept walking, faster now. When I reached the long street near the park, the footsteps started again, and they were closer, much closer. I decided to take a different route, a brighter one, toward a street with bars still open, and that's when I heard a voice behind me. "Hey, wait!" Quiet, almost polite. I didn't stop. Something in me froze instantly, like my mind had already decided for me. The voice came again, louder this time. "I just want to ask you something." My walk turned into something between a fast stride and a run. Then I heard it, the sudden burst of footsteps as he started running too. Everything blurred, the cold air slicing my lungs, the sound of him getting closer, the panic pushing me forward. I didn't look back. I couldn't. I just ran toward the first place with light, a small 24-hour cafe on the corner. I rushed inside so fast the barista stepped back in surprise. When I finally gathered the courage to turn toward the door, no one was there. Empty street. Silence. As if I had imagined the whole thing. But I hadn't. I stayed in that cafe for nearly half an hour, hands shaking, before the barista let me use his phone to call a taxi. Later that night, when my phone finally turned on, I found a message in the neighborhood WhatsApp group. Someone had been seen following women in the area, asking strange questions, lingering near their buildings. 2 days later, the police confirmed they'd detained a man who matched the description. They didn't share details. They never do. But I know what I felt that night. And sometimes, when I walk alone and hear footsteps behind me, even if it's just someone going about their life, the memory hits me like a cold shadow sliding up my spine. Because I keep thinking, if I had turned around, what would have happened?